this?
No idea.
You just filmed something. Fucking cut it out. Let's shove that fucking thing up your ass.
That's the Right Honourable Gentleman from Colombia speaking.
We've covered presidential elections before.
Well, not me.
And we hated it.
Hated the pundits.
Hated the horse race.
And hated the silly questions.
So we knew what we had to do.
We couldn't care about a White House press pass.
And we couldn't travel fancy.
And we had to be independent.
It had to be about getting one shot to ask one question.
But then, those questions started fitting together.
I'm Michelle Mitchell.
I'm Mark Huntley.
I'm Ed Head.
And this is Common Sense.
McCain Press Office.
Hi there, my name is Mark Huntley. I'm calling from film11.tv in New York. What can be done in the short term to deal with these massive changes, to energy availability, pricing, to tide the country over?
You probably want to speak to an energy, one of the people in our policy department.
Okay.
Rather than a spokesperson.
We've left queries, questions, requests several times before, and we have not heard back. So I'm just...
Let me see if I can transfer you over there.
Terrific.
They usually don't pick up the phone.
You have reached the John McCain 2008 Policy Department. At this time, we're unable to take your call, but if you could please leave us a message. Thank you.
The chant is drill, baby, drill.
Drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill.
The straightest, swiftest path to energy security is to produce more, use less.
We can do this because we're Americans.
This will require great ingenuity and resolve of the American people.
We always beat great odds.
A great national campaign.
But I know we can do this.
No problem we can't solve, however complicated.
To meet these goals, we will invest more in the clean technology research and development that's occurring in labs and research facilities all across this country.
Some we use already, such as wind, solar, biofuels.
Solar and wind and biodiesel.
Clean burning coal and nuclear energy.
I am not a nuclear energy proponent.
And now he supports new taxes on energy producers.
Every bit of pollution and greenhouse gas that you emit, we are going to charge you money for.
My friends, if the plan sounds familiar, it's because that was President Jimmy Carter's big idea, too.
So when Senator McCain talks about the failure of politicians in Washington to do anything about our energy crisis, it's important to remember that he's been part of that failure. I haven't gotten to the funny parts yet.
Life as we know it, when it comes to energy consumption, is about to change in the United States. But no matter who wins the White House, those changes may come before the winner has time to implement his policies. So what's the plan?
3 kinds of corn are grown here. There is field corn, which is used for the biodiesel, sweet corn, and then they grow popcorn for on consignment, mostly for Orville Redenbacher. Or they grow soybeans, and the soy products are used mostly for soy diesel. Oh, and there's a wind farm in Benton County.
We've got a big new ethanol plant starting up, Indiana Bioenergy. So it's been about 2 years building the factory.
Pie. I like making pies. Do it all the time. My girls kept telling me to make strawberry pie. I've done that before.
When I heard pie competition, I thought it was going to be a competition to see who made the best chicken and mushroom pie and who had the best broccoli. And I was excited. I didn't realise it was going to be dessert.
If John McCain and Barack Obama were pies, what kind of pies would they be?
Mincemeat, both of them.
Very good.
High five for that
Right on the set.
Obama Press Office.
Hi there. Wondering if there would be someone dealing with energy policy.
Okay, we could probably find someone for you.
We'd like to ask somebody
what happens in the meantime before the senator's long-term policies would kick in? What does he foresee as bridging the gap between the long-term policies and short-term? We've called the campaign, we've called Senator McCain's campaign as well many times, and nobody gets back to us.
Yeah, I understand.
So
I don't know what specific person they're going to be, pitching this to.
What's your position?
I'm actually a press assistant.
Press assistant?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think anybody would be able to get back to me today?
It's hard. Yeah, I can't guarantee that they will.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
We've heard this all before, like 30 years ago, and nothing happened.
Jimmy Carter, right?
Yeah.
Good evening. Tonight I want to have an unpleasant talk with you.
Coming out of the oil crises of the early 70s, he made energy conservation a hallmark of his administration. He talked about it very early.
One of our most urgent projects is to develop a national energy policy. But the real problem, our failure to plan for the future or to take energy conservation seriously, started long before this winter, and it will take much longer to solve.
What was he going to do?
Well, he had this 10-point plan, increasing the oil reserves, energy conservation, turning down the thermostat to 65, reducing imports of foreign oil, by X percent in the next 10 years. The most memorable thing is that he wanted everybody to turn down the heat and wear sweaters. He wore sweaters on his press conferences, and everybody laughed at him.
I realize that many of you have not believed that we really have an energy problem. The energy crisis has not yet overwhelmed us, but it will if we do not act quickly. It's a problem that we will not be able to solve in the next few years, and it's likely to get progressively worse through the rest of this century. We must not be selfish or timid if we hope to have a decent world for our children and our grandchildren. We simply must balance our demand for energy with our rapidly shrinking resources. By acting now, we can control our future instead of letting the future control us.
Here we are 30 years ago, and exactly what he said has come to pass, and we're screwed.
So in effect what he's saying is, it's all your fault.
Yes.
Wow, look at this coming.
Of course, the plans either from Obama or McCain are not realistic. For McCain, it's drill, baby, drill, in terms of offshore drilling in Anwar. That's a possibility, though it takes a while to actually find the oil and actually get it into production. And even if we did that, there haven't been new refineries built in years, so it's going to take a while to even refine the oil that you do drag out of there. Nuclear power is another option. Takes between 7 years and a decade to get a nuclear plant online. Obama is even less realistic if he thinks it's only going to be conservation that is going to help with these things. Conservation with alternative fuels, like alternative sources like solar power, wind power, things like that. All of these are nice options out there, but it's going to take, whether you're looking at the McCain option or the Obama option, minimum 5 years, 7 years, 10 years before all of these things get, pardon the expression, in the pipeline.